Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, passion for excellence.
Here are today's top headlines. GM says oil's headed to over $100 a barrel. The Fiat 500 is going to be built by Chrysler in Mexico. And Boone Pickens is getting into the car business. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Thursday, June 18th, 2009, and now the news. A poll by the Wall Street Journal and NBC shows 56% of Americans are against the government bailing out General Motors. But the Journal says there is some good news for GM. Over half of those polled said they might buy an American car. Of those people, 40% of them said the troubles the American makers are going through make them more likely to buy American. If that's true, that means the Detroit 3 should gain back market share. But we also know that people often tell pollsters what they think they want to hear. And at the National Summit in Detroit yesterday, which is a conference of industry leaders from all different industries, Fritz Henderson, GM's new CEO, said the company's product plans will be based on assumptions that oil prices will be headed to somewhere between $100 and $130 a barrel. The AP reports Henderson said oil prices will be volatile and customers already expect them to go higher. California-based V Vehicle announced it'll build a new fuel-efficient car at a vacant Louisiana plant. The AP says the plant will start production in about 18 months and will employ about 1,400 people. The company investors include Boone Pickens, and it's also requested loans from the government. The designer of the vehicle is Tom Matano, who used to run the design operations at Mazda North America. But you know, with Boone involved, this will undoubtedly be a vehicle powered by natural gas. Chrysler is going to restart production at 7 plants in North America June 29th, and one of the vehicles that will resume production is the PT Cruiser. Hey, I thought that was going out of production. Well, maybe they need it for their truck cafe numbers. And according to Edmunds' inside line, when the PT goes out of production, it'll be succeeded by the Fiat 500, which will start production in Mexico in 2011. Today, Tesla is a privately held company, but how much would it be worth if it went public? According to Autoblog, it depends on who you ask. Doing a little math, Daimler paid $50 million last month for about a 9% stake in the company. That means Tesla is valued at around $550 million. But according to Shares Post, the company that researches private equity firms, its actual value could be up to $1 billion. You know, it'd be interesting to see if Tesla would be tempted to go public and use its equity to go on a shopping spree in the industry. I hear you can buy car companies and assembly plants very cheaply these days. You know, man, if the United States would only adopt Europe's diesel emission standards. Here's what I mean. The Chevy Malibu with a 4-cylinder gasoline engine delivers about 22 miles per gallon. But Ward's reports that the new Opel Insignia EcoFlex doubles the Malibu's performance to 46 miles per gallon. The Insignia and Malibu are built on the same platform and weigh roughly the same amount. But the Insignia does it with a 2-liter diesel engine and 6-speed manual gearbox. But trying to meet U.S. emission standards would add thousands of dollars of cost to that engine and lower its fuel economy. Geez, can't we even get just a temporary waiver? Well, coming up next, let's go to the opposite end of the spectrum and look at the supercharged Jaguar XFR back in 15 seconds.
Changing tires out here could be dangerous, but with these tires, I don't need to worry.
Bridgestone.
Last week, we took you inside the new Jaguar XF. Today, let's take a look at the high-performance version of the car. The XFR is designed to compete with the BMW M5 and Mercedes-Benz E63 AMG, some pretty heady opponents. Jaguar's serious about this and backed the new R model with a force-fed version of its 5-liter V8. With a supercharger and direct fuel injection, it delivers 510 horsepower and 461 pound-feet of torque. That's 3 more ponies and 78 more pound-feet of torque than the M5. From a standstill, 60 miles an hour should be available in only 4.7 seconds. But you can't add a boatload of extra power and expect everything to be okay. That's why Jaguar did a number of things to keep the horses in check as they thunder away under the hood. Engineers gave the XFR a faster steering ratio, bigger brakes, and an electronically controlled rear differential. The chassis is also fitted with adaptive dampers. In the style department, the R gets unique 20-inch wheels and a revised front end, while inside it shares the same brilliant interior as the standard XF, but it gets embellished with dark oak veneers and an 18-way adjustable driver's seat. Jaguar's come a long way with its new XF and the performance-minded R version. It's a legitimate threat to the German competition. Hey, when's the last time you could legitimately say that? And you know, it's funny. Ford finally gets things in order at Jaguar and then has to sell it. That's it for today's top news in the global automotive industry, but make sure you swing by our website tonight for another edition of Autoline After Hours. Our special guest this week is Mark LaNave, the man in charge of sales, marketing, and advertising at GM. It's going to be a lively discussion. Don't miss it. As always, it starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Time or 2300 hours GMT. And if for some reason you can't watch the live webcast, you can always catch it on our website later or download it as a podcast. Just search for Autoline in the iTunes Music Store. Anyway, that is it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tonight.
Visit our website for even more great content all week long. Autoline Extra, Don's Journal, podcasts, and even more. So click over and get the inside view at AutolineDetroit.tv.